get into some shite. Howdy, folks. Welcome to Apocalyptic. My name is Rick. I am going to chat with you just for a little while. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for, hey, how was your holiday? How was the whole Halloween thing? You know, we're in the holidays. It's just, you can't stop it. Holidays now are full blast, I think. We, there's the people who always complain when the holidays first kick in. They get mad if you do anything Christmas or too close to Halloween. And I understand that. I was probably used to be like that too. But I just started lumping them all together. Halloween, Thanksgiving, they're all the exact same. You want to talk about Halloween at Christmas time? I don't care. I don't like people talking about New Year's Day around Christmas time. That freaks me out. Because I love Christmas and I don't want to think about afterwards. I remember when I was getting, I was anticipating Halloween, and all of a sudden somebody posts something about we're halfway to St. Patrick's Day. I was like, no, we don't talk about that. But everybody's always anticipating something. I mean, back in July, I was going into stores that already had their Halloween stuff up. Well, Halloween is over now, and now we're totally, I just saw like several full straight out Christmas commercials on TV. They've been teasing it for a while. They'll do a commercial just kind of like holidays. You can see a tree in the back, maybe some lighting or something. They won't mention that it's Christmas. And then boom, all of a sudden they do. All of a sudden now we're in it. But that's okay. You got to be, at some point, you got to be in it. All right, I'm having a little orange juice drink, cold orange, not hot drink like I usually do. This is a cold orange juice. I'll be honest. Orange juice, grapefruit LaCroix, and tiny bit of gin in this cocktail. It's my favorite drink, my favorite cocktail. There's no name for it, I don't think. I should name it after myself. So good. I feel like I'm being held hostage, and maybe I need some help. I have downstairs, I have a bunch of Halloween candy left over, and it's all chocolate. I have to eat it, right? Don't I have to eat the entire thing? Here's what I did one time after Halloween was over. I just melted down all the chocolate into a big pot and put it on a tray and made one big candy bar out of it. It was nasty. It makes it a lot easier to throw away that way. But so I have some good stuff down in my right. It's right by the door too. It's like going out. It just like makes it easy to grab candy. So I'm gonna have my wife to take it to her work and give it away. I can't have it here. I can't trust myself with candy. That's ridiculous. That's like having a stash of porn. I'm not going to look at that. Not going to look at the porn. Of course I am. I'm going to look at the porn. I'm going to eat the candy, and it's all good candy. What is it? Snickers, Baby Ruth, what's the crunchy thing? Nestle Crunch. Yeah, that's down there. Twixt bar. Butterfingers, packs of regular M&Ms. If it's peanut, it's done. I'm done if it's peanut M&Ms. Fortunately, there's no Reese's. I would be eating well, they wouldn't. I would have already had them all gone. But it's crazy. I got to eat it, so I got to get rid of it now. I did a round before I came and did a I don't just pick one candy. I pick a round of candy. I pick one of each. What is that, like 12 pieces of candy? That's so stupid. Anyway, I got to get rid of it. Anybody want some candy? We should continue having a trick or treat until we get rid of our candy. What's it to us? We don't care. Kids, just keep coming every night, knock on the door. We should have a signal, kind of like when you wash like the dishes are dirty or the dishes are clean. There should be a little thing on the front of your door, spin around like, we're out of candy. We have some candy left. And we can kind of like change it over, and the kids continue walking. They don't even have to, I don't even care. Don't wear your costume. Just walk around, look for the little thing on the door, a little flag or something. And if you see that, you come up and knock. You don't even have to say trick or treat. Just hold open a bag in your hands or something, and we'll give you the candy. So my wife was making the kids, little kids, only take 2 pieces. And she would like yell at them if they took more. She was like, no, put that back. 2 only. And then we had all the candy left. I mean, like poured it in their bags. Come on, kids, take it all. I remember from last year that I was stuck with candy, so I would have just tried to get rid of it. But yeah, I can't do it. I was coming up to do the show, and somehow my dogs knew. I don't know how the dogs do it. I was sitting I did not do any kind of projecting. I know I was paying attention. I was sitting in my chair working on my laptop, and I was getting ready to come up here. And I clicked something on my laptop, like clicked out of it. And I didn't stand up. I didn't give any signal, but it was like a second before I just stood up to come do a show. My dog jumps up and runs to the door and starts panting. She knew I was getting up. I don't know how she knows. She can read my mind. Dogs can read minds apparently, but she knew it. I don't know why she ran to the door though, because I don't do my show outside. But anyway, so my dog knows. My dog knows when I'm making a move. She's like Facebook. She knows what I'm thinking before I think it. She's got the ads down before what is that? I don't know. Christmas is crazy with Facebook. I'm starting. I feel it. I'm starting to back way off of all social media, not just Facebook. It's irritating. Facebook now, it doesn't matter who you follow. You have to see a good 20 people, businesses, organizations, and ads in between every person you follow. Even if you don't want to see it, you have to. They make you do it. So I'm just like, well, screw you. I'll show you. Well, see, no, screw you, because if I come out of that, they'll show it on my TV. They'll show it on the refrigerator. They will pipe it into my head while I'm sleeping. They'll figure out a way to get it in there. This past week, I got a strike against me on my Facebook account. I was so mad. And this is true. I'm not making this up. All right. I was on Facebook and I looked at, there's a little Facebook ad that pops up. It says sponsors, and these Facebook ads pop up, and an ad popped up of, it was for some kind of a penis pill. It was something about, take this and you will get, it said 1.5 inches on your penis a week length. It will add to it. Now, I don't know if that's constant. Like, you take it for a year, do you get 50, 60? What? I don't know. When does it stop? But that's what it said. And but the picture that went with it was a woman on her back, completely naked, and a dude just standing there getting ready to go at it, let's just say. He was holding a bottle of this stuff. All right, if you've got the woman naked on the bed, it's too late to be taking the pills, dude. Put them down. All right, you don't need pills. You need a manual. So, but it was there, and she was naked. Now, this is not an explicit show, but I might say some stuff I shouldn't say. All right, I'm going to be careful, I don't want to do an explicit show. But when I first looked at it, I was like, how are they showing this on Facebook? And then I was like, oh, okay, I see. The woman, they've blended the nipples out. So the woman has no nipples. Because, all social media really, really hung up on women's nipples. You can't show them. You show everything. You show all of the boob, except you can't show a nipple. We don't want anyone to know that women have the nipples, even though that's kind of the purpose of the boobs. We don't want them to know it. Okay, men, you can have the nipples. We could show the nipples. You can show your nipples on the street of your city that you're walking down. It doesn't matter. Take your shirt off, walk around. It's okay if you have nipples. Women, you'd better not have them. But anyway, so I was like, well, that's how they're doing it. That's how they've got this on here, is there's no nipples on the woman. So I made a screenshot of the ad, and I put it on, I did a Facebook post. I said, I don't know how they're showing this. It appeared on my Facebook page. It's a Facebook ad, and I'm assuming it's because there's no nipples. That was the whole post. And about 2 minutes later, I get a message from Facebook that my account, it hasn't been suspended, but they put a strike against my account for violating a Facebook policy. True. This is true. I violated Facebook policy by reprinting an ad, by reposting an ad that Facebook put on my... How does that work? What is going on? I was mad. But here's the thing. You cannot... What are you going to do? There's nobody you could talk to. They don't allow you to talk to a real person. You can say, oh, I challenged it, which I did. I challenged it. And it comes back and they're like, we denied it. And then what do? You can't go to any person. They don't want to talk to you. And I understand it, because what my post was, this shouldn't be on Facebook, and it shouldn't. But it was on Facebook. Why? Because Facebook posted it. Facebook posted it on my account. I reposted it. I got a penalty for violating their community, whatever, policies. It's not worth getting mad about anymore, people. I don't really care. I'm finding that I'm not getting angry about the dumb politics that's going on. Whatever. It's not my world anymore. I'm letting everybody have it. You can have it back. I'm going to sit at my home and eat little tiny Snickers bars and Baby Ruth bars. You do what you need to do. I got my gin and juice right here. And my psychic dog. So here's the other thing. So I guess you figure we have 2 floors in our house. Okay. Got an upstairs, which we almost never use. It's like we shouldn't even have it. But what do we do with it? We use it for storage a lot. My podcast studio is upstairs. I had another office, which we're turning into a library, so I'm kind of fixing that. And we have a guest room. We never have guests in our house. If they do, they can come up to the mysterious guest room. But the cats like to use the upstairs because no one comes up here. So it's like their private suite. It's the cat suite. And so I was doing something in my house, and I heard our littlest cat, Atticus, who's actually the biggest cat. Our youngest cat is the biggest cat. Atticus making a lot of noise, knocking things over, just like, and he doesn't. So he's kind of destructive, but not. It wasn't like this was a level beyond his normal level of destruction. Okay, tearing up the house. He thought, what is he doing? So I thought, well, I better go check because I heard things falling. And so I make the trek upstairs. This is another reason we don't do it, because you got to walk the stairs. And so I walk up the stairs and think, where is he? And looking in room to room, where would he be? I couldn't find him anywhere. And so I look, and he's in the bathroom, sitting on the toilet lid in the complete darkness, just looking at me. I thought, what is he doing? And I looked, there was a shampoo bottle on the floor he'd knocked over. I thought, well, that's what he's doing. He's trying to get in the shower or something. So I just thought, all right, pick the shampoo bottle up, put it there, and just left him here just by himself. Downstairs again for a while, I start hearing a bigger commotion, huge things falling, big noise, cat noise, meowing, just all kinds of weirdness. So I thought something's going on. So I go back up, walk the stairs again, and he's in the bathroom again on the toilet lid, looking up. And I this time I look up and I see something on the towel rack. And I thought, what, has he got a bug or something? What is that? And I look, and it looks like then I started seeing, I was like, that looks like a baby mouse. He chased a mouse up to the towel rack. It's like a little tiny mouse. And it's dark, so I look a little closer, and it's not. It's a frog. I don't know where the frog came from, but he has somehow cornered a frog on the towel rack in our bathroom. Not a toad, a frog, a little frog. It's the size of a tiny, tiny, tiny mouse. And that's what he was doing. And it was just like ripping the house apart to get to the frog. I don't know what he would do. I don't even think he knows what he would do. He just has to chase after it. Just be like, hey, let's be friends. So I get a glass and I trap the frog in the glass and I take the frog outside and release it. So snakes will eat it, I suppose. I don't know. It's either the cat or snakes. I don't know. Maybe there's a chance he'll get away. It's a cute frog. Could have kept it, I suppose. But that's what it was doing. That's what my cats that are pretty much bored all day long, that's what they do. Get my psychic dog and my crazy frog-eating cats. All right, that's my house. I want to talk about something. I don't even know. I shouldn't even talk about this. I'm going to get in trouble for talking about this. I know. I should have a guest on the show talking. I need a woman talking about this with me. But I don't have that. I need to get it. So what I'll do is I'll talk about it today just by myself and get myself in trouble. And then I'll try to get a guest on the show that maybe could make it better. Do I want to talk about this? All right, let me just say, what I got to say is it's not a condemnation. It's not even a criticism. It's just something I don't understand. There are certain things I don't understand. And being my age, I'm a old white dude. Old, ancient, close to ancient. I'm not even ancient yet. I will be ancient soon. But I'm an old white guy. And people get offended when old white guys talk about things. They think it's like, we have a right to know things. We have a right to ask questions. Our world too, right? And I'm not in any way saying this. In fact, I tend to like it, but I don't understand it. I have Threads. I'm on Threads, social media Threads by Meta, Facebook. Another thing for me to get kicked off of for posting the ads that they send to me. So, and it's along these same exact line. By the way, I did look at that ad and it does have nipples. And I think that's why they kicked me off. Because when I posted it and I said there's no nipples, they're light. I couldn't tell, but they were actually nipples, which makes me wonder, how did this ad get on my Facebook in the first place? Has to be approved. I've taken out ads on Facebook before. Some Facebook person had to approve the ad with the nipples and all, just so I'll get kicked off for reposting it. Okay, Threads, another Facebook social media thing. I like Threads. I'm using it pretty often, fairly often. I like just scanning, making friends and whatever. So what I'm seeing a lot of, and as women, pictures of women trying to get people to follow them, and they're in various states of undress. This is what I'm saying. I don't mind it. I'm not criticizing it. When it comes to especially women, I never mind various stages of undress. I don't. And I encourage it. In fact, if I can, if I have a voice in it, I'm usually pro undress. Okay. So here's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a lot of that, and that's okay. That's social media. I'm used to it. You see it all the time, but I'm seeing it a lot. And so what I see today, specifically, is a lot of people, a lot of women apparently talking about today is the anniversary of their sobriety. Everybody got sober on November the 1st. Apparently they went out and they got really, 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 I was going to say shit-faced, but I can't say shit-faced, and keep my my rating, my non-explicit rating. So I'm not going to say shit-faced. They got poop-faced, and they were like, never again. Not doing that again. I woke up with a vampire in the bed, mummy, and a witch. And I don't know what to do. So I'm done. I'm done with the drinking. I don't even know what I drank. I had a lot of Baby Ruth shooters. So that's it. I'm saying no more. So they get sober on November 1st. So according to my feed, my Threads feed, lots and lots of women are announcing that they've been sober for X amount of years today. A year today, 2, 3, some people say 15 years sober as of today. But and the thing is, the other thing they have in common with being sober is they love to show their cleavage. Or a lot of boobage. Cleavage and boobage, not the same thing, but they do like to apparently show that. And most of these women are very attractive, and they're kind of advertising their sobriety in a very sexy way. Again, not a huge problem necessarily with it. I'm okay. I don't know what it has to do with sobriety. Maybe that's what I'm getting at. I told you this was going to get me in trouble. But okay, so here's where it starts getting to the point where I might get in trouble, because I've said this out loud to people before. I said it to women, and women get irritated when I say it. I'm an artist. I'm on Instagram. I show a lot of my artwork. I've never once showed my butt on Instagram with my artwork. I just want to say that I haven't showed my butt or any other part of my body except maybe my face, possibly my hands. Well, I know my hands. But what I see a lot of is women, young women in their 20s and 30s, sometimes older. I just hear, and they're artists. And they're showing their art, they're displaying their art, and so many times they're half naked when doing it. So, let me just say this past week when I was thinking about this particular topic I wanted to talk about, a picture showed up of a woman painting, and she was completely naked. Her butt was right there on Instagram, which, by the way, is owned by Facebook. That's not an ad. You can apparently put your naked butt on Instagram. You can't do there's no nipples on your butt. Now, if you do have butt nipples, I'm guessing that maybe you can't put that on any of Facebook's thing. Facebook, Instagram, or Threads don't allow butt nipples. But this woman did not have the butt nipples. I don't know if they're airbrushed out or no butt nipple is her normal way of being, but she was standing in front of a painting, and I don't even remember what the painting looks like. Yeah, dude, it wasn't that great. I do remember that. But it was great. She was naked, completely. She's also not the only one. I see it a lot. A lot of times it's women, they're painting, they have pants on, but they're not wearing a shirt. And you can only see them from back. Apparently they paint with no shirt on. A lot of guys do it. Women, me too. That's fine. But painting. And then I see a lot of women. Well, what I'm trying to get at, I guess, is a lot of women using their body to sell their paintings, using sexuality. This is not a surprise. Happens in media, happens in advertisements. You see it, but a lot of women doing that. Young women doing that more so than I think is like, it's not an accident, let's say. And then if I want to say how many dudes I see doing it, I got to say, let me count, 0. I never see a guy doing that. Never see a guy painting with parts of his body uncovered, even shirt. I don't see shirtless guys painting. It just doesn't happen. I've never once ever seen a naked dude painting on Instagram. Never seen dude's butt on Instagram in front of a painting. I've seen some naked subjects who are dudes, but I don't see that. And I will, it's not, this has happened. I have seen on my social media a woman complaining about women's bodies and how men objectify women's bodies, and then scroll to the next post, and it's one of those pictures. And I just think, well, who's objectifying? You're using, not necessarily the person posting that, but women are using their bodies to sell paintings. Something wrong with it? No, not saying that. You can. I'm just saying you can't have both sides. It's confusing. You can't say you can't objectify a body and then turn around and objectify it. I know there's not a women's club. Women don't all go to the same place and decide the rules. And that's the point. If you don't think you should be able to objectify the human body, okay, that's great. That's not the way everyone thinks. Some people think you can. Women, there are some women who love doing porn. Even if you don't like it, even if you can't accept it, there are some women who don't mind doing porn and enjoy it. It's big world. We all do different things. We all like different things. Don't come out and say you can't do this and then someone else does it, because it doesn't make sense. And I see it a lot. Here's what confuses me a lot. And a lot of times it happens with celebrities, but not only celebrities. But I'll see a celebrity that is not what you would call, well, let's just say maybe they have a non-traditional body, and that could be anything. All right. But I'm going to just go with weight right now. They're a celebrity that perhaps carries a lot more weight than most celebrities do. And I saw this. It was a country music artist. She's gorgeous, but she was twice the size of most people. And you may know who I'm talking about. A young girl, very, very, very extremely pretty, great. As far as I know, talent. Listened to a little bit of her music, but I think from my standpoint, she showed more of her body than she played her music. So I saw more of her body, and totally fine. I got no problem with it. Again, she can do what she wants to. It's her social media. It's her career. It's her life. But you get a lot of people saying, I'm so glad that you're representing body positivity. All right. You're sending women a good signal here by showing non-traditional boobs or stomach or butt or legs or whatever. And okay, that's fine. But then women will turn around and condemn advertisers, media, men in general for using women's bodies sexually. And I just think, why is body positivity? What does it have to do with being naked? Can you be positive about your body and still be clothed? I don't know. Can you? I'm asking the question. This is where I get confused. Why is body positivity just about showing your body? Because it kind of reinforces or even enforces to women that as a woman, it's your responsibility to show your body. And not all women want to do that, I think. And maybe if they do want to, maybe it's just because of society. We've set up that society to show the body? Why is that body positivity? And why is the expectation that women should show their body? We just never see it with men. And I have always had body issues as a dude. When I hated, we had to play shirts and skins in school. One side of us had to take off a shirt, one played with shirts on. That was the team. I hated taking off my shirt. I wasn't a fat guy. I was more skinny. I just didn't like being without a shirt. We had to do it. But I always felt intimidated by my body. I don't like this. I don't have any kind of, like, I don't have Dwayne Johnson's body. I don't have Dwayne's Johnson. I don't have anything Dwayne has. Except the rock. I got some rocks in my driveway, but that's it. Why is, if Dwayne takes off his shirt, which I think he does a lot, if he takes off his shirt and he's showing his arms, he's showing his pectorals and his no one ever says, way to go, Dwayne, thanks for the body positivity. No one says that. Men need positive. Why is that? Why is the body, that's my point, why is the body connected with women? Why are we encouraging? See, I see it as kind of an indirect way of getting women to show their body. It's like, yeah, see that? That's body positivity, showing your body like that, because I really wanted to see it. And it's just like, it's almost like we're conditioning women to find their worth, even if they have non-traditional bodies, in taking off their clothes or showing their bodies. We put that burden on women that we don't put it on men, and it's not fair, but I see it so connected into society. It's just a part of society. And if you ask a woman about it, which I have before, and I got pounced on, they were like, women should be allowed to show their bodies and you shouldn't be able to judge. And I was like, that's not what I'm doing. I agree. They totally should. That's not the point. The point is, why are we still making the bodies, even if it's non-traditional? I don't care. Whatever it is. Why is it the women's responsibility? Why do women need to do body positivity? Why do women need to show it off? I don't know. See, that's when we get in trouble. Mostly because I just don't know how to articulate it. I know what I'm trying to say, and I think I said kind of what I wanted to say, but I'm going to make some women mad. Why am I going to make you mad? Not saying you shouldn't do it. I'm encouraging you to. But that's the point. Men are encouraging women to show their body, even if it's under the guise of body positivity. You know, it's just like, keep showing it. Keep showing that body to us. Yeah. I don't know. I don't like it. It's creepy. I'm too old now. When I was in my 20s and 30s and possibly my 40s and some 50s. And okay, like my first year, last week. Yes, I like seeing the bodies. I don't mind if it's for sobriety or body positivity. But I could still say, I don't think it's right. I don't think it's fair. I think it needs to be checked. Can someone check that, please? Just check it for me. All right. That's all I'm going to say about it, because I don't really think I'm making any progress. No one's going to do it for me. No one does anything for me. I'm not the one who sets the rules. It just doesn't happen. Okay, I need to calm down. I will. All right, let's end with this. We'll stop. We'll stop at the body positivity. All right. I do want to encourage women to keep posting those photos, though. It's like yoga pants, you know. I live in Atlanta, where people like to undress a lot, and I have no problem with that. Again, I'm fine, but it's like I see so many people wearing yoga pants who should not be wearing yoga pants. And I love it. I don't care. I like, keep wearing those yoga pants. Okay. There's not a body that doesn't look good in yoga pants. I might have seen one, but for the most part, no. I'm all for it. Let's do it. Let's get that done. Apocalyptic approved. All right, here's the thing. This is a tip. I'm giving you a tip. Maybe I shouldn't say that so close to what I was just talking about, but we're changing subjects here. When I was a kid, I liked seeing things really, 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 really close up. Scientifically, I just enjoyed it. Like microscope, what am I trying to say? Magnifying glass, all that kind of stuff. Sometimes I would just almost live in that society. And I used to get I think I had a National Geographic magazine for kids or something, and they would post this thing regularly about, can you tell what this is? And it was pictures of close-ups and stuff, and it was really amazing. And I loved that. Getting a different point of view and just looking at things up really, really close. Very fascinating, and it's one of my favorite things. And I have several magnifying glasses, and I don't do it as much as I used to do because it looks weird when an old man is doing it. But I used to take a magnifying glass and just look at things around the house, and I would just like newsprint, just look it up really close. And you see the fibers of the paper and how the ink is on there. That's fascinating. I love it. I know I'm strange. Just go with it. All right. But I wanted to point you towards an account on Instagram I recently found. Amazing. It's called Macrofying. So go to Instagram, Macrofying, MacRofying, and the whole entire thing is, I think it's a German person or company. I think it's a photographer actually, and it's like amazing up close photography, things you don't normally see, and there's some video I think as well. And if you like that kind of stuff, you're into science stuff, and you want to see some amazing photos, go to Macrofying and look it up. You can thank me later. If you want to thank me in person, just call the listener line, 678-348-0008. I didn't mention it, but I mention it all the time and no one calls. That is a line I've set up for you to call, interact with me. You can't send your sobriety pictures to me that way, so that's a good thing. But you can't talk about it. If you've been sober, I don't mind listening to that. I like hearing it. 678-348-0008. You can also text that line if you're shy people. Send me an email, rick@apocalyptic.com. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram, Threads. Just send me your cleavage pictures on Threads. Hey, why not? Body positivity, people. Stop making fun of it. And that's it. That's where I hang out. Those are the things I'm hanging out. And now that Halloween is over, I'm going to be relaxing and looking for your photos and all kinds of fun stuff. Right? That's true. All right. I've said all I need to say. Maybe more. I'll see you in a little while later. Bye.